IPSI had a lot of diversity, but it had but it was segregated in neighborhoods. It was difficult in IPSI for a black family to get a mortgage north of Michigan Ave. So you can see how the neighborhood schools would be segregated by neighborhood, and we all didn't come together till middle school. So that was a new experience for a lot of us. I have lifelong friends from grade school and middle school and high school that I still see today. Growing up in the same community like that was, for me, a real fortunate experience. You know, athletics were really big in IPSI, at least for the guys I was hanging with. So that was a lot of what was consuming our thoughts during the course of the day, even during class. You know, what we're going to do in practice of football in the afternoon, who we had that week and as a game, what the scouting report looked like. And then it was a great time to go to college. I went to college. I was a philosophy major. And my dad, who was more of an accountant type, said, what the heck are you going to do with that? I said, I'm going to law school, which was what my target was then, to go to law school. And in college, I'm going to change the world. At the University of Detroit, I was actually working full-time. I got married in 1974 as a senior at Eastern. Yeah, I think it helped me focus quite a bit more on what I think matters in life. Going to law school that first year, we have our first child. I'm working full-time with the sheriff at that time. I'd worked off and on with the Washtenaw County Sheriff while I was an undergrad at Eastern, just for the money, working in dispatch and some other things like that. And now married with children and going to law school, I needed to work full-time to pay the bills. I'd gone to law school to be a lawyer and change the world. And now I'm back at the sheriff after practicing law for a couple of years. Initially as the sheriff's legal advisor, but then as his undersheriff managing county jail. We were really innovative. We started a domestic violence project that actually became Safe House, which still is around today. We started a mental health protocol so people with mental health issues didn't end up in jail. They got mental health treatment and that sort of thing. We started a community work program and regulatory activity on high-speed pursuit and the use of deadly force. And more broadly, what the culture brought to me, you know, from growing up in the 50s and 60s, those were probably some of the guideposts that really served to direct me in Lansing. I left the legislature in 1998, 99, and joined a lobby firm. As a lobbyist, it was good, and it gave me an opportunity to continue to work for these things that drive my passions. Before I left GCSI last year, we represented nearly everything in Washtenaw County: University of Michigan, Washtenaw Community College, Ann Arbor, Washtenaw County, Spark, the local CVB, IPSI City, IPSI Township. It's allowed me to pursue these passions and these energies that I have for the local community and the region that I couldn't have done anywhere else. Even after I left the lobby firm at the end of last year. And now I've started kind of a new career of sorts, supremely involved on the east side of the county, trying to make sure that the economic opportunities that I had growing up, folks that are growing up there have today. I started a thing called the Student Development Program in IPSI in response to the tragedy of the merger over there. And what they did to those school districts was unfair to those teachers, unfair to the students, unfair to the community. And I'm pretty immersed in trying to address that. I have this measure of unconstrained freedom that I probably haven't had since high school, maybe ever. And it's kept me in touch, to be honest. I still see my high school wrestling coach, my junior high wrestling coach, because these folks are still involved in the community. So it's kept me in the community in ways that I think are meaningful, and develop better relationships with people that maybe don't think just like you, and that's a relationship-based activity, and it plays out in every other context.